Here, this is Mercy, and I'm with my co-host and partner, Kakoma. How are you, Kakoma?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Mercy?
I'm fine.
How's been the week?
The week has been hectic. Being a student is not easy. It's difficult.
I feel you. You know, it's that period of the time where, like, we're close to exams, and, you know, like when you're watching a movie and, you know, it's very interesting, and then now all of a sudden you just feel like you want to conclude the movie. That's what's going on right now. Like, school is just crazy, and then now the period of time that's remaining now, like for us, you know, to like catch up with studies and write exams. Oof.
I can imagine.
It's super crazy. Otherwise, how's your say?
Okay, I'm still waiting for the person that we're going to vote for that's going to negotiate those CS for us, because
I feel you, because if that policy stands, I might just be a tourist, you know.
I know what you mean.
It's super crazy. So, you know, it's that period of the time, you know, during our tenure here at UNZA, where now we're talking about elections, you know.
Yeah.
And it's super crazy because now it's like everyone that I meet is just a politician, you know. I'm just wondering, like, where do these people even come from?
Yeah, I've seen a few. I've seen, like, the only one I know very much right now is governor.
That's a lie. You can't tell me that you just know governor.
I know a lot, but he's loud. He's very loud.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, it's super crazy. Yeah, I feel you.
So it's election week. We're going to have elections soon on the 18th that are going to happen, and we want to have a little fun with it. We want to talk about it, how it's going to happen, who's going to negotiate our CS for us. This is what we're talking about the most.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. The first question is, what's the funniest campaign promise you've ever heard from everybody that has been campaigning?
People are campaigning, I can't lie to you. There's promises, and then now I feel like because of the situation that we have of the no CA no exam, it's almost like now every politician wants to use this to their advantage. Personally, for me, I feel like this no CA no exam issue, it shouldn't even be something you should even put in your manifesto. It's something that, you know, once you get into office, it's mandatory. You have to fight for it. I've been hearing there's a candidate in ruins. He's very loud. I can't lie to you, he's very loud. So him, according to his campaign promise, he's saying that once he's in power, he's going to make sure that everywhere, in each room, wherever you are around UNZA, there's going to be a connection of Wi-Fi. So I'm like, okay, that sounds like a very beautiful, you know, lie.
So I have to work hard starting from January leading up to December and write the exam, because what happens to those students who didn't do well right now and their friends wrote? It's like, so you're saying that I'm not intelligent enough to still pass with 60%, because the exam is 60% and then the CA is 40. So you can't say that the person can't pass just because they have failed in that 40%. Because 50, 60%. So me personally, I feel it's a bad idea because I'm not sure about my process.
Yeah, you know that when you take it like that, that's from the student's perspective. But there's also the management's perspective, of course, where, you know, they're bringing out arguments of saying this is a global regulation, it's a global standard, and them implementing this policy, it means that UNZA will be put on the map. It's going to be recognized. It's going to, you know, carry weight. Even you as a Zambian here, as you go to India or some other parts of the country, it means that as you go to that country and you apply for a job, they're going to recognize UNZA.
Yeah.
So they are bringing out this argument, but the issue is, you know, when you look at the environment in which they are putting this policy into, it's not very much favorable.
Yeah.
And like they did last semester, they just brought it like 1 week before exams.
And that's not fair.
To just say, okay, this is the issue. And then now you see people panicking, me with a 2.5 CA, you know. I'm just I'm just walking around, I'm like, what's going to happen now here? Because they're not providing us, a solution. So the student union did negotiate to say that it's going to be implemented this semester. It has been implemented this semester. We're still, complaining. We're still complaining because there's a lot of, issues that are not favoring the policy right now.
Yeah.
And you can talk of issues. I feel sorry for people, who don't stay in campus.
Like me. Before you even go further, me.
I feel so terrible. Like, you guys don't even see power.
Never.
You just, you have classes, you come for classes here, and then power has come for like 2 hours there. By the time you're going back, you just hear that, no, there was power. So it's just almost like a rumor. And then now, what I'm seeing in this perspective is that you don't expect the students who are staying in campus and the students who are, are staying in boarding houses to have the same privileges. It's not possible because this electricity is very severe out there. It's so terrible. Like, power can come for like even just 30 minutes. I tried to go
just to say hi. Yeah.
I remember I went for a weekend. That was on a Friday. Until Monday, I only saw power for like, I don't know, it was like for 3 hours. The whole weekend. And then mom was like, you should come again. I've never went again. I'm like, we'll meet again, when school closes. It's very, very terrible. Like, it's so bad. And then other than, just the issue of load shedding for the students who have been affected with the no CNO exam, there is also, the issue of the time when lecturers were protesting. How they protested?
We started learning late.
I know.
And apart from learning late, I actually agree with you on the part where it says that implementing the no CNO exam will actually put UNZA at a higher map. But then UNZA has always been high up. It's always been there. And I have no problem with it. They can implement it, but it's better they start next year in January, not they start it in the middle of the year. Who starts a policy in the middle of the year? It doesn't make sense, and it for me, in my opinion, it's unprofessional. Unprofessional. I feel like if you're going to implement something or a rule or a law, start it in January so that we're all aware of what we're going to do starting January leading up to December. Not the others, right, without a CA, then you come and punish us who have full courses, because this is a full course. If that one who had a half course and failed to write didn't even make a CA, only in a half course, but wakanga kupanga CA, and then you're expecting me who has a full course to make a CA. I don't think that's fair.
Yes, it's just both ways. We're looking at it at our perspective, and also, trying to benefit. So it's very, very difficult here because they want to win, we want to win too. But we have to find a point where, where you don't make someone worse off without making the other person just better off.
Yeah.
We're all supposed to, benefit. It's going to be very, very important that we all benefit, because I feel like even the issue of like, how are they failing to just come up with a simple timetable? These people.
Kylie, they're waiting whether they're going to put the CA or not.
Because I was just shocked to see that the timetable has reached like the Yafika 12 draft. I'm like, what's that? The first draft, second draft, third draft, but last me I just went back home,
Yeah.
I came back after 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, it's on 6th draft, 7th draft, I'm like, okay, let me just go for the weekend. I come back, 11th draft, 12th draft, and then now, as the timetable is being drafted, the lecturers are not teaching. Because you find you have a class tomorrow you have a new timetable.
Yeah.
And then now, this took about 1 month plus. It just kept on happening. But have they compensated us that time?
They haven't, and they expect us to know all this information that they don't even teach us properly every day together with their protests. We're supposed to know everything by the end of the year. Personally, me, I'm just I'm for no CA but exam, because I feel like everybody should be given a chance. Everybody can make it.
Yeah, I know that there are people who have like a CA of like a 4, but once they write the exam, they survive.
I've seen someone with 5 and they got a B plus.
Yeah,
That's a miracle.
I did carry out a survey in school. Actually, I was asking different students about this policy, and what they think about it. And there's some people who are saying it's just okay, you know, it's something like where like Unza, you know, like for you to be accepted, you have to get good grades. So they're saying like it's also the same. Like why can't people just work hard to clear? You fail, it's your fault. You're not working hard.
Okay, but okay, that person was being. I feel like that person was being biased because first of all, sounds like a person who performs really well from how the person was talking, and it sounds like they also stay in school because then you have ample time to study. But when we look at, yes, the policy is okay, very much okay, it's very much needed because a lot of schools do have the no CA no exam policy, and so far I've seen them performing very well. They're getting recognized by other institutions, and that's a very good thing for their schools. But then when you look at UNZA, already learning, we don't learn the same as other students from different universities. Our lecturers trust in us, you know, they trust in us. They know that these guys are smart, so even if I just come and give them just notes, these ones, they'll get A+. You see, it's different. So from other universities, you need to test them very much to be sure. So I feel like either way is okay, but implement a policy at the beginning of the year, just so people should be sure. And other than that, so what creative way have you seen someone campaign? What's the most creative way you've seen so far?
So far? Okay, people are campaigning in different ways, but like one creative way that I've seen this one, Tilo. He's standing on the position of Secretary General.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's busy. I can't lie to you. This is where I even wonder, like, are these people students or what? Because even right now when we go, he's busy campaigning up as we speak. So he's using an initiative of, you know, like, when he goes to the monks, he goes with a group, or at least of Mormons, to go campaign. And then when he goes to the hostels of the, you know, the females, he goes with the monks to go and campaign. I feel like that's very strategic because, you know, once a monk, they just see a Moma, just pay attention, you know. They give you the attention, whether they are busy, they just want to listen to what's going on. So I feel like, you know, that's very strategic. It's very strategic. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That sounds very strategic. Very strategic because the monks are definitely going to listen to the Babas. The Babas are definitely going to listen to the monks.
Yeah. And then now, you know, the whole thing is making everyone busy because now every student now wants to be a cadre. Could you see my reflectors? Everyone is now a cadre. So I'm wondering, how do you think these people are, you know, are like balancing these campaigns and academics?
Okay, to say how do I think would be to not have observed, but I have observed a few people in our department, and they're in a few campaign groups and their cadres, and immediately they finish doing their cadreisms, they come in class and they're back with their studies. I feel like the no CNO exam is also scaring everybody, so you can't afford to just be a cadre and not study. So I feel like everybody is doing a very good job because it's already difficult to study and go out and scream and get people to listen to you. Getting people's attention is difficult, especially if you're not cut out for it. So they're working hard.
Do you think the way, you know, they're balancing their academics with the campaigns, do you think it's working out for them? Or maybe do you think these people who are, you know, like moving there, they're cadres, they're just people who know that CAs are not okay, so they just want to make a statement?
Okay, I feel like it's working out good for them because they're getting an experience. That's an experience. In case next year, for the first years, in case next year they want to stand as any position, they already know how it works. They've been in those groups. They know what it means to make a WhatsApp group to get people to follow you. They know how to entice people. I heard someone was giving people tomatoes at the hostels that side. And I was like, now we want shawarmas. But, you know, maybe next year, the same people who are doing the cadre stuff in these people's groups can give us shawarmas next year. Or like solar solar power banks or something so that we can vote for them. But yeah, it's giving them experience, and I feel like for certain courses where you have to put yourself out there, journalism, public relations, public admin, you need people to know you. You need to be a good public speaker.
Yeah.
So I feel like those groups are helping those people who need to know how to public speak. Because
do you think, because I've encountered a couple of students who are like, me, I can't vote, I can't start wasting my time to start waiting in the line. Do you think voter apathy is like a good thing, especially like right now?
Okay, there are many reasons why someone doesn't want to vote, especially like the Jehovah's Witnesses. They don't vote, and they've made it clear in all groups.
Okay, imagine a Jehovah's Witness has a CA of a 2.5, and then he doesn't want to vote.
That Jehovah's Witness should be serious with their lives. But then I feel it's a rule. It's a rule for some people, but I've never supported it. Because if you're going to be part of our world and we're going to make policies in the world, you need to make a decision, have an opinion. Let us know what you think. Because what if the person who wins was not even supposed to win? But just because if the people who would have made a different decision chose to stay home and to not participate, it makes us, it also teaches us how to be better citizens, because then we also take the voting on the higher level seriously. Because I see people who are like, oh, when I see you vote, but we don't know all about lights, but we don't know all of you. But how does that work?
I know.
It's the same as next year. So if you don't vote this year, then when at 2.5, anyway, the CA for 2.5 has cracked me up. But anyway, you've got 2.5 and then you don't want to vote. You're not helping anyone, and you're not even helping yourself. Sometimes voting can just help you and not even another person. So that's a bad decision. But if church and religion tells them to do so, I feel it's okay.
Yeah, because I know there are those who are, SDA. So them, I don't know, they go, I don't know what happens on Friday. They don't do anything. Once it's a certain period of time, I don't know, I'm not quite sure the doctrine. I have a friend who is SDA. So we have a test tomorrow and this Friday. I was supposed to study, and then she doesn't know anything. And then she's saying that I can't study because I'm fasting. So I'm like, okay. How are you going to pass then tomorrow's test? Because it was just, it came out of nowhere. Like, writing a paper.
Okay, I'm not a staunch SDA. There's no way I'm going to tell myself I won't study today because it's a Sabbath. But then, and she's writing a test.
Yeah, tomorrow.
And she's not studying because it's the Sabbath.
It's a Sabbath. She has to respect the Sabbath. So I just kept quiet, I was like, oh, I'm going to study, Vane.
Okay, that sounds ridiculous. Firstly, that sounds ridiculous. And then, if we go back to the Bible, actually, as much as you are SDA, if we go back to the Bible literally mentions a time when Jesus was like, you know what, if something wrong is happening on the Sabbath, I did not say fold your hands, I did not say just watch it. It's like, you're giving away what you're supposed to do, and you're just being lazy at the end of the day. If you're writing a test in 2 days, it's not a crime to study on the Sabbath. You just want to relax. Tell everybody you're lazy and admit the fact that you just want to relax. Because I don't see why you wouldn't study, because it's the Sabbath.
I know, right?
Yes.
And then now looking at the elections, even back to the elections.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most creative slogans you've heard so far?
Governor for all, governor for you, governor for me, Simbo ya tattoo. I feel like that's the most.
It's the most creative.
Yeah, it's the most creative because it's everywhere. Open your TikTok, you're going to find it everywhere. Facebook.
I found the song on Spotify.
For real? For real? Yeah, I feel like it's the most creative. It's Eden a busy. No, Simbo ya tattoo. I'm like, you already know. How do you know?
I know, right? Because now even people who are not at the University of Zambia, they're like, I wish I was there to vote for this person. I'm like, guys, what's good?
That's why I say that Apita, but he should make sure those of us with 2.5 CAs we can write our exams.
Yeah, but I feel like it's too competitive. Because there's the competition of, Peter Chabu, and Peter Chabu is a very, very strong advocate for students. I can't lie to you. The competition is very stiff.
For real?
Yeah, and I was so impressed by the numbers of people, at introductory night.
Yeah.
These people have ground. Governor, Peter Chabu, there is Saint B. You know him? Hello.
You see, why I'm saying that governor will win. Because these guys, I haven't even heard them speak. I haven't even heard their slogans.
Hello. You haven't heard hello?
I've heard hello.
But how busy?
Nanga uyiwenango uyamakamba kwathi mama I feel like some people I'm not I can know them, but I'm not really hearing about them because they're slogans.
No, it's because you're not staying in school. You should come to ruins.
I'll come.
You'll be hearing, people every 5 minutes. People are busy, I can't lie to you. It's just different. And then there's a girl who's competing for president. Did you know?
Yes.
Me, I haven't heard much from her.
And that girl is a very entertaining person to be around. Firstly,
You've met her?
Yes, I've met her. I think she's a 4th year doing development studies, and she should be a very good candidate for this. Yeah, she seems like the person who can just make policies happen. She looks as if she can just make things happen. So yeah, she needs to show me something before the 18th so that I can make a tough decision between her or...
Do you think she's, going to be a challenge?
For that part, I'm not really sure. I would lie if I said I think she's going to be a challenge, because she's kind of quiet as well, and I'm even feeling bad because I know her potential, I know how she can convince people, and then she's too quiet right now.
There might be people who are intellectuals and they're good candidates, but they just don't have it. Because I feel like being a president, students at Unza, they want to be entertained, they want noise, they want drama.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why people were complaining about Unza. They were like, he was too quiet.
How do you know? Maybe he was there in the background making policies, making things happen for all of us. You might
we want
never
to
know.
see those things.
Yes, the next vice president, if you're listening to this right now, even before you won, we need some noise next year. We need to hear you. Make a stand. Show us that you exist.
Because if it's for UNZASU vice president, I didn't know there was a vice president.
You didn't know him?
I don't even know his name until now.
His name is Chris Njambila.
Oh.
Yes, he was the vice president. Very smart guy, just quiet. More like a Lungu type of person.
I never heard him anywhere. I never saw him anywhere.
You never heard him?
I never saw him in anything, any program at Unza. Never.
I hope he's learned that to be a leader you need to at least speak up. And so with all this noise that has been happening in school, the elections, they're exciting because some of us haven't even had classes, we're just going to campaign for people. How have you been balancing this up? How have you been managing?
Me?
Yes, you, Koma.
I'm an aspiring candidate myself, and it's not easy, being around politics and school.
Yeah.
I can't lie to you, don't even lie to you. It can't go both ways. You can't, balance your academics and balance your political career at the same time.
But
you
how
have to
have you been
choose
doing
one. That's what I'm telling you,
Because I can see that you're balancing school very well. You're very smart. Just from your articulation, your words, everything, I can tell. And then you're not even talking about the CA that much. That's an indicator of intelligence. And then you even want to be a leader.
I want to be a leader. I'm passionate about, leadership. But, academics and politics, be like, I need to do something,
Yeah.
So that's why you see people just busy, busy in classes, door to door, this and this and that. And then, you know, there's this kid in Ruins. He sells, you know, some tomato products like tomatoes and all that. He's just, well, you know, he's become a politician also. And it's just like, I feel like he's like 9 years old.
For real?
Yeah. And he's outside my hostel, so I usually hear him, you know, screaming. You just find he's like there. He's like, "Mama, go." I'm like, ew.
Who does he support? Who does he support?
I don't know. He just supports different people. I feel like he's now influenced by the slogans he's been hearing.
Yeah.
So you just be like, hey, girl.
They're catchy. You know, I told you the government slogan is catchy. It's the best right now.
Yeah.
We just hope the person is also just as good as his slogan.
Yeah, because, you know, talking about governor, I saw something on Facebook where someone was like, you know, this guy's slogan is so good. I feel like he's the only competition who would, you know, like, be a challenge to HH in 2026. I was like, guys, let's relax. What do you mean? So people now in my comments now, they're like, governor for 2026.
Hey, you know, with such influence, he should just join politics. I feel like when he just comes from here straight, he should start thinking about 2026 because he already has influence. And all these candidates that are even running for vice president, all these positions, student union, where do you think they're even coming from? Because I didn't know all these people till today. Like, now I know them.
Yeah, these are associations like in school, right? Just to, you know, wrap up the conversation as we're coming to an end.
Yeah.
I was saddened to, you know, hear that most first years didn't even know that there are positions for them as these elections are happening. So which means most of these associations haven't really like mobilized about, you know, the associations, which is very, very sad. Because I feel like this is something that's very important, and female leadership has really decreased. But when you look at it from, you know, this year, there's a lot of females who want to be in power now.
Are feminists.
And then, you know, it's now like they want to dominate. So now when you guys, you know, you dominate, we're going to be talking about gender equality now, because now males are going to be suffering now.
No, you can't suffer. No, males have been ruling this whole time, and it's high time we give the women a chance. Let's see if we put a female vice president. Maybe you will know her name instead of the vice president, the recent vice president that we all didn't know. So maybe that one will even be more effective. I feel like that's a good opportunity for them to like try out. Yeah. Let's see what the female version can do for us the following year and the years to come, because now they'll even get other people to be more like, what can I say, they will have the zeal to want to be leaders and to want to do certain things.
So just to conclude our discussion, elections are on, and it's this Friday on the 18th, and that's for, you know, UNZASU, and it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because it's about our electoral commission.
Last. The president should come.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So I'm encouraging everybody to participate in voting. It's your vote that matters. It's your voice that matters. And after, you know, UNZASU, we're going to have UNZAHASA the following Monday that's coming. And I'm encouraging everybody, because even most people don't even know the difference between these associations. They should know. UNZAHASA is for the School of Humanities. UNZASU is for the whole school. So I am encouraging everybody, you know, to participate in voting. Vote for the right candidate. Vote for the right, you know, choice. Because once you put the wrong people in power, we're all going to suffer together. We're all going to cry together.
Yeah. Okay, so this has been Campus Chronicles. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to us wherever you're listening from. So as the elections approach on 18th, please say no to violence, say no to political violence, exercise your right to vote, and make sure you pick the right candidate who will reduce our CS. Thank you. Have a beautiful week. Have a productive day. See you next time.